Hi, in this video we will learn how to create our first logic app workflow. So to create a workflow, first we need to understand few terminologies and then we can use them in our process. So first one is a resource group. So resource group is a container that hold related resources for an Azure solution. It can include all the resources for the solution or only those resources that you want to manage as a group. Now the question is what is a resource? So resource is nothing but a service which you want to consume. Okay. Now comes to storage account. A storage account contain all of your Azure storage data object like blob, file share, queue, tables, disk. Storage account provide a unique namespace for your storage data that is accessible from anywhere in the world over HTTP and HTTPS. Okay, so first we'll create a resource group, then we'll create a storage account, and then we'll create a workflow using logic apps. Okay, okay. So before going that, so this is our task. User will send an email to the Outlook account. Then upon receiving an email, Logic app should read that particular mail and then it should create a file and store the user information in a OneDrive. Okay, so this is our task. Okay, so we'll create a resource group. Okay, so this is Azure portal. Okay, so I have already logged into this Azure portal. So we have many options here like all resources, logic app, storage account, resource group, subscription, and so on. Okay. So first step is we'll create a resource group. We'll click on this one. Then we'll click on create option. Okay. And here we have to enter a resource group name. So I will give name as RG YouTube underscore one. Okay. And select region as most nearest one. Okay. So in my case I'm selecting this one Central India, and then we'll click on review and create. Okay, so validation has been successful. We'll click on create. Okay, now it has created this particular resource group. Okay, I will click on home again, then I will create a storage account. Okay, we'll click on create. Okay, so first we need to select a resource group here. So in my case it's RG YouTube 1, and then a storage account name. Okay, so I will give storage account storage. Okay, remove this one. Okay, we'll use storage YouTube underscore. Okay, okay, so one, and then we'll select region. Region is Central India, and then click review and create. Validation passed, then we'll click on create. Okay, deployment is in progress. It will take few seconds. So now the deployment is completed. Okay, so we'll click on home, and then we'll click on this option logic app. So initially it won't be visible here, so what you can do, you can click on this more services and then click on integration, and then that option will be visible here, logic app. So you can pin this one, add to the favorites, or you have one more option here, this pin option, pin link to dashboard. Okay, this option you can use it. Okay, so we'll create our first logic app. We'll click on add. Okay, we'll select our resource group. Okay, then type will be a consumption and logic app name. Okay, so YouTube test, test. Okay. Then here we'll select nearest one as a central India, and we'll click on review and create. We'll click on create. Okay, so deployment is in progress. So now it's completed. Okay, so we can directly go to that particular resource, or we can click on this Azure, then we'll click on this logic app, and we'll have that particular workflow here, YouTube test one. Okay, so from here also you can go to that particular workflow. So we'll click on this YouTube test one. Okay, okay, so you have this option logic app designer. If you scroll down, we have many templates, common triggers are available. Okay, for HTTP, for tweets, for OneDrive, and even for Outlook as well. Okay, so in my case, what I will do, I will use a blank logic app. Okay, and here you have these options here. Here we have all these actions, built-in actions, standard, enterprise, and custom. Okay, so our first action will be uh, Outlook. So if it is not visible, then you can search for it. Okay, so we have this option Outlook here. So when a new email arrive, okay, so this was our first step. Okay, so I need to sign in to my Outlook account. Okay, so we have these many options, which particular folder you want to monitor. Then importance will be low, normal, high. Okay, so if you want to check with attachment, then we can use these options, or it is having include options is also there. Okay, and along with that we have parameter. Okay, if you want to filter with sender name, CC from, or filter with subject, so we can add these parameters if you want. Okay, so let it be for this default setting. Okay, and after that what we need to do, okay, so once if any new mail arrive to that particular Outlook account, okay, then what it should do, it should save that particular email content to the text file, okay, to the OneDrive. Okay, okay, so I have selected OneDrive, and then what I will do, I will use this option. We have many options here. Okay, so I will choose this option, create file. again I have to sign into my OneDrive account. Okay, I'll use this account. And here I have to mention that folder path which we want to use. Okay, so what I will do, I will create a folder inside this one. As a YouTube one. Okay, then we'll mention this path. Okay, inside this Azure Logic App OneDrive. Then we have to select this YouTube one. Okay, here I have to mention a file name. Info.txt. Then file content. So here we can use dynamic content. Okay, so you can see this option when a new email arrive. Okay, so we have uh, output from this particular action. Okay, and here we have subject to, from, attachment, items. Okay, so these variables we can use. Okay, so what I will do, I will include body, okay, as a file content. Okay, that's all. So when I will click on this save, it will start running in background. Okay, I will click on save. Okay, now if I will go back to Logic app and will click on this YouTube test. So here you can see that status is no run. If I will check this current history, so okay, is saying successful for 157. Okay, okay, and after that it's showing as a skip. Okay, so this is my Outlook. Okay, so what I will do, I will send an email to that Outlook account. Okay, I will click on compose and subject test 1 2 3 and body will be test 1 2 3. That's it. Okay, so this will be our body and this will be our subject and let's sender. Okay, I will click on send. Okay, I will receive that particular mail. Okay, let's refresh this one. Okay, I have received that particular mail. Okay, so now I will go back and check the status here in this workflow. Okay, I will refresh it. So you can see it has triggered, it has fired this particular one. Okay, so we'll check that output in that folder. Okay, so inside this folder it has created this file user info and it's having that HTML body. So it has saved this content. Okay, so this is all for this video. Thank you.